We are going live.
All right, hang on. Let me shut the bedroom door.
And we are live. Well, some of us are. Over went to close a door. But nonetheless, hello everybody, and welcome to the Wheel of Emotions finale. Our final two of Tawny and Topher here. We'll wait for Topher to get back into the camera before we get into everything. But to start off, Tawny, as the winner of the final head of household, had the decision of setting who will speak first for opening and therefore second for closing, and who will do the opposite. Tawny has elected to go first in opening and hi Cindy and second in closing speeches. Each finalist will have 5 minutes for each of their speeches, so 5 minutes each for opening, 5 minutes each for closing, and each juror will have 7 minutes to talk with the final two. Tawny, once you are ready, the floor is yours. Just give a thumbs up and I will start your 5-minute timer. And away we go.
Hello. I will first say I did not come prepared at all because it would not have worked anyway. But I want to thank every single person who had anything to do with this game. Prod, you're great. Everyone who played this game, I love you all. And I honestly could not be happier to sit here next to anyone other than Topher. And I know that we are both tonight probably going to be getting a lot thrown at us, and I am fully prepared-ish to mentally deal with that. But I am not good at speaking about things that I have done in games. So it's just this general opening bit. I don't necessarily know what to say other than I'm just very grateful to be sitting here, and I am ready to answer whatever questions you do have about the game that I played, because I am confident in what I have done. And yeah, I don't know what else to say for my opening speech. I'm not going to need my whole 5 minutes, because I don't know what to say here. I'm just ready to answer y'all's questions about what I did. Topher can go now.
Okay, thank you, Tawny. Topher, just give me a thumbs up and I will start your timer. Okay, it is started.
Thank you, everybody, for attending finale night tonight. It means so much to be sitting here next to Tawny. I could not be more grateful. I started off this game in an intro video with myself and my friend, the ping pong ball, and the dramatics were not spared. And I knew coming into this game, I was going to play with 3 things. 1, emotion, because this is the wheel of emotion. So I'm going to wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm a freaking Pisces, so I can do that. And then also the aspects that I didn't realize I was going to be my main assets were my rivals and my allies. Emotions, rivals, and allies. From the second that it was revealed that we were in the cast together, I was immediately in Tawny's DMs, and the two of us were like, this is it. We're riding it all the way. And I'm sure that the main thing you want to hear is, what did we do different? And from that moment, I went kind of bananas. I won the first head of household, thankfully to the fellow house guests electing me to be the first head of household, either beknownst to them or unbeknownst to them. And from that, I decided, am I going to let past games come into this? No. So I immediately tried to link up with Alex and be like, I'm not nominating you. We're not going into past games. And then I started a rivalry with Austin. I did not anticipate the fact that there would be pushback on getting Austin out, and then Austin wins head of household and nominates me. And so now the two of us have formed this sort of rivalry, which only fueled my fire. So I was like, all right, I've really got to compete now. And then I ended up into round 3 where I didn't get really a week off because I ended up completely blindsided. So I had that moment where I was like, I'm going to pop off in the house chat. I'm just going to let it happen. I'm going to say everything that I'm feeling, because at this point, I feel like everybody lied to me, except for Tawny and Austin. And in fairness, Alex also didn't lie to me because he told me he was voting the way he was voting the whole time. So I was like, all right, I needed to win the wheel comp. I had an emotional breakdown after losing the card challenge. Oh my God, I spent like forever trying to do it just to see that Alex did it in 45 seconds. But I knew I needed to win the wheel comp, and I pulled it off barely with a very fortunate tie. And I got the most amazing power anybody could have ever gotten. And that was safety for myself and 2 other people. So this truce that I had formed with Austin, I then immediately got to validate and be like, I'm saving Tawny and Austin. So now Tawny and Austin and I, lock, stock, and barrel, are at the bottom of everything. And we're having to overcome this perception of a majority alliance. Whether y'all were in an alliance or not, I have no idea. But I knew that the 3 of us were on the bottom, and that's how we had to fight, was from out from under the bottom. So it enabled us to, kind of work with Alex a little bit. And I'm like, Alex, me and you, this is like iron sharpens iron. And we had some interesting, fun little exchanges where it's like, we knew we're playing chess here, and either Team Alex is going to overtake this or Team Topher is going to overtake this. And I'm not really sure which one is going to happen. So that was a lot of fun. And I'm so grateful for Alex for like helping amp me up like that. And I'm also really grateful for Austin for really putting forth that fire and energy underneath me. And then Joe, who I formed a bond with week 1, had been there for me and with me the whole time. Now, whether that was authentic or not, in my heart and in my mind, I felt like Joe was an incredible ally for me. And I am truly grateful for everything that Joe brought to the table and what Joe did for me as a player and a person. So then we get into we get to the final 7, and I win that head of household, which was clutch. It was the music listening head of household, and I was like, oh my gosh, finally. I was like, and that was another exchange that I had with Alex of like, this is again iron sharpening iron. We have to get through this. And so then once Alex ended up surviving the block, it was still who's gonna get the edge over. Is it going to be me? Is it going to be you? I don't know. I ended up winning head of household at final 5. I won veto at final 4. And then at the final 3, that's when I lost the most important, first head of household. And I had to go to Grace. And I was like, Grace, I need you so badly. And, I told her, I was like, I will throw the final head of household to you if you agree to take me. And it never got to that point. And I don't know if I would have thrown it or not, but if I would have lost, that was my plan. So thankfully, everybody that has been part of this game has helped motivate me to get me to the end. And I would not be here if it wasn't for any of you. And this game has been an absolute blast from start to finish. And I loved fighting from the bottom and fighting my way all the way to where I am right now.
I hate the sound of alarms afterwards when they do the loud thing. Okay, thank you both. We are now just amazing timing. Austin said the right time. The second I'm about to say we're going to wait for Austin, he joins. We love to see it. Austin, you will have 7 minutes to speak with the house guests. Remember just what I said in the jury chat. And just give me a thumbs up and I will start your timer. You're also currently muted, just if you want to fix that. Is it able to?
I don't know if you're asking if you're still muted or still muted.
Okay, Austin's going to try again.
He's got an important thing to get to.
He has 20 minutes before that. It's fine. Okay, Austin is trying again. To quote Austin, his phone is being shit. I can say that because we're not monetized. Okay, hello, Austin.
Sorry about that, guys.
You are all good. Just give me a thumbs up when you're ready, and I'll start your 7-minute timer. I will come on camera again when you have 1 minute left.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay, away we go.
Hello, you two beautiful people. Y'all know I love you both. No hard feelings here at all. Game is game. You might have some people that do not feel that way. So you both should definitely say what you did and why you did it, whether it be something people might think is emotional manipulation or not. Some ends, but I'm just saying, make sure you speak your game truthfully and speak from y'all what you think you did. Because I think you both played a really good game each. Tawny, I have a question for you. What did you do to separate yourself from Topher? And you're gonna get asked stuff like this a lot, so I just want to give you the chance first thing.
I think what probably I would say separated us the most and just is I would say how we communicated with people and who we communicated with. I mean, granted, this was initially a very small cast to start out with. But I think that the connections that we made separately is like what we did to separate ourselves from each other.
Okay. Also, were you one of the Topher Hinky votes?
I was not, and I do know who one of them was, and I had known for a while. I would say like a day. It was for sure after the blow up happened. I did find out one of them was Billy Vance, but I still, to this day, do not know who the other one was.
Okay, I was just curious. People say it was you or not. I just wanted to know if you did that to get in the game, be crazy. So I just wanted to know.
No, as much as I wish I would spin a wheel to throw a hinky vote, I could never.
That's okay. I understand. All right, Topher.
Yes.
What do you say was your biggest high point in this game? What would you say is your biggest low point in this game?
My biggest high point was honestly winning the wheel competition because my back was against the wall and I knew that it was so necessary to win that. And then when I found out what the wheel was, like the fact that it was like I get to save two people, I'm like, oh my gosh, like could this not have fallen like perfectly in my lap? I can save both Tawny and Austin because saving you was paramount to proving that we wanted to work together. I know we built like a little like 4-person alliance with Joe and Bevan like right before all of that like blew up, but I didn't know how much stock to put in that, and Joe ended up not voting with us, so I don't know. It was weird, but then I was like, all right, no, Austin, I'm a man of my word. My actions will speak louder than my words every single time in this game, and that was what I tried to hold everything to, was that I will show you an action and I will explain to you like this is what I did and this is why I did it. My lowest point in the game, it could just be recency bias, but honestly, the lowest point I had in the game was when I lost the final 3 part 1 HOH and the final 2 HOH, because it wasn't so much that like I felt nervous that I was not going to be taken to the final 2, but I had worked so hard and I had won so many clutch competitions, and like to be sitting there and holding the pencils like that, and I'm a marathon runner. I know when I can give up mentally, and I was nowhere near ready to give up mentally, and I physically just messed it up, and I don't know how long I could have gone, and I didn't get to truly test myself, and so I was crushed. I was very defeated at that point.
All right. That's all I have, guys. I was giving you more easy things to start out with. I hope both your nights go well, fight hard, and I adore you both. So good luck, guys.
Thank you, Austin. Battle of the Orgs, season 2, coming soon.
Exactly.
Thank you, Austin. Okay. I have sent the link to the next juror who should be here momentarily. I was really hoping it was going to be another one of those situations where I finish saying that sentence and they knock in like the lobby. That would have been real cool if that happened all night. So you hear that, jurors? The second I send that link, get on that. Oh, right as I say get on that, he gets on it. Zach, let's just make sure you're not having any technical difficulties because it's happened to other people.
Am I good?
You are good. Okay, let me just there we go. Okay, thumbs up for starting your timer. Okay, and you're good.
I'm gonna make this brief with one of you and super long with one of you. Tawny, why'd you take Topher to the end over Grace?
I took Topher to the end because we made an alliance day one, and I honestly don't know where I win with either one of them, but my thought process was if I were to yet again lose a game sitting in the finale, I would 1000% much prefer it sitting next to a person that I have been with since day one compared to someone who I do adore and love very much, as a person. But game wise, not 100% there. So it just didn't make sense for me to take Grace over Topher.
No, that makes sense. Also, Tony, just a general statement. I think a lot of people right now are seeing you just listening to Topher and not doing much in this game right now. So that's just not my own personal opinion, but that's just something I want to address with you. So, Topher, I've quite a few bones to pick with you. Yeah. Where do I start? Hold on, because I made notes. Okay, there we go. And then a note for both of you guys. For me, neither of you guys played an adaptable game, which is really important to me, in my opinion. So, whatever. I called every one of your guys' moves from you guys being a duo in day one to me, Joe, Alex, all leaving back to back. Topher, I just want a yes or no for this. Do you think it's good gameplay to not only isolate but block people when all they did is extend olive branches to you, saying they still want to work with you when you call them delusional on multiple occasions for having that alliance with Bevan and Joe, which Joe also had told me about, which you just admitted recently. So yeah, do you think that was a good game move, isolating people and kind of playing up people's emotions to your advantage?
So that's a complicated answer. That's not just a yes or no. In the context to which you described, yes. And your emotions and your feelings are completely valid, Zach. Like, I understand where you were coming from. From where I was at, I was called a bully, and I was going to do my due diligence to make sure that I never bullied you again. That I take very personal. I was bullied growing up a lot, and we had bonded and talked over things like that. And so it really hurt me when that was brought up in that context. And so I said, you know what, I can invite and choose to invite in who I want to invite in. And so unfortunately for myself, I had to block you and then re-add you and then avoid your messages. You are completely, you are a wonderful human being and you are a great person.
Can you pause for a second?
Huh?
Sorry, Zach's internet connection said lost for a second. We'll wait for Zach to rejoin his internet. His time is paused, and I'll actually add a little bit of extra time because, yeah, just by the internet, and then you can continue your answer. I apologize for technical difficulties. Okay, now the internet connection is saying good, so that's nice.
So, yes.
Okay,
Zach, I'm adding a little bit of an extra 15 seconds to your time, by the way.
No, you're
so yeah,
good.
you're a wonderful person, Zach.
Yeah.
And I had to block you for my own personal reasons. And if you felt upset or hurt by that, it probably did upset you and hurt you. And I'm sorry for that. But that was in the confines of the game. And outside of here, maybe there's an opportunity for us to talk and make amends. But I had to do what was best for me in that moment.
So.
Did we lose him?
Says not optimal. Zach, just so you're aware, because you might not know yet, you were coming in and out.
Just a quick question, just quick one sentence summary.
Uh-oh.
His time is paused ever since it went to non-optimal when he got real blurry. I apologize again about technical difficulties. Again, my YouTube hates Zoom, which is why we are not on it, and I hope to fix that at some point.
Okay, he put in his host chat that he's pretty much done, so we can go to the next juror.
Okay. Let me just send that link to the next juror. Once I find their chat. I have found their chat. Oh, not all, just them. Okay, we will just wait on that person. It's Joe, by the way. I don't have to be like secretive about it. Don't know who's on the jury and who's not on the jury.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Nowadays, you are at least. Okay. Hi, Joe.
Hello.
Okay, just give me a thumbs up when you are ready, and I will start your timer. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Let me get out of the other way. Okay.
Joe, I said you were good to start.
Oh, hi. I was just, I didn't know.
Yeah, you're good, Joe. You're
Okay,
good.
I thought you just had to say something. So
No, sorry.
Okay. Congrats, you guys. I have no grudges against the two of you. You had to do what you had to do. Yeah, I'm good. That was weird. I echoed.
Maybe it's me echoing.
I don't actually hear an echo.
I
Joe,
also don't hear an echo.
Joe, do you also have the YouTube open? Because that would give you an echo.
Okay. I think that works. I had
Okay.
Okay.
Your time was paused while you were figuring that out.
Okay. This is the first time using this, so bear with me. Okay, let's try this again. Congrats, you guys. No hard feelings, yada yada yada. Tawny, I gotta be 100 with you. It's very difficult for me to vote for you because you never really. I mean, granted, I didn't as well, but you never tried to talk to me as well throughout since week 3. So give me one reason to justify me voting for you despite all that.
I think despite that, if you're going, that would be basically basing a vote based off of just solely communication. When I think that there is more to it than just that. Like I said, the thing that pretty much separates, I would say, the majority of Topher Mind's game is how we communicated with people. Not reaching out to you has literally nothing to do with you. It was more or less with how I typically play is I will find a couple people and just basically just straight up talk to them. Is it the best thing? Not necessarily. But if I feel like I'm in a spot well enough to not have to communicate with people, that's what I'm going to do. And clearly, I didn't necessarily need to work on our relationship because I'm still sitting here where I am today. Um, so I don't know if that like fully answered your question or if my thoughts aren't coming out the way that I want them to.
Well, I
But-
do have one more question, but I'm going to get to that
Yeah.
in a moment. Topher, obviously we had a thing, but I know you and Tawny had a bigger thing. But there was a point when that could have easily been collapsed. And I know we had a bit of a rocky thing between the Bevan vote and trying to recover from that. So I just want to know, if I had to evict you, would we still be good moving forward?
Oh, absolutely. We would still be good moving forward. I mean, like, again, at the end of the day, this is just a game, right? And I understand where you would be coming from with why you would have done that. I am so indebted to you for keeping me when, there was like a backdoor attempt on me. If it wasn't for you, I would not be sitting here right now. I'm not ignorant to that fact. And I am truly appreciative of the openness that you had to get to know, me, and for us to be able to have conversations that, has strengthened our bond. Because at the very beginning of the game, like as soon as I found out I was head of household, if I had to nominate right away, you probably would have been like, it was like a immediate, like, I was like, oh no, I'm scared of Joe because of our experience in the past. But when you said, no, I want to bury that, I want to do something different and new, I was all on board for it. I mean, there was a lot of like, it's like our other allies didn't align. So that made things kind of like awkward because it was like, well, I've got people over here that I'm trying to make happen. You've got people over there. And it's like, it just, and of course, sometimes it doesn't quite like get on the same page, but you ended up it was you and Tawny that was on the block. And again, Tawny from day one, I could not usurp that, you know what I mean? But had something ever happened to Tawny in this game, that would have opened up that door. And ideally, I would have loved for you to have made it to Final Four with Tawny and Austin and I. And I know that if Grace is listening, it's not anything against Grace. We just had not had that strong of a connection during this game. And you saved me. I'm not sitting here in the final two if it's not for you, Joe.
All right. Thank you. Tawny, I should still have some. Am I good with time?
You have 2 minutes and 15 seconds left.
Okay, good. Tawny, forgive me if I word this poorly on time. In the alternate universe, Topher gets evicted. Describe to me what your strategy would be moving forward.
At that point, I feel like I would have had to do not maybe necessarily a 180 of where I was at, but I knew at that point I would have had to work more strongly on my connections. There were certainly some people, like, I feel like at any point in this game, I had like moments in time with everyone, because that's all I needed to do was have moments in time with these people at the right time. So that's definitely something that I would have had to do. I mean, I still, for the most part, I feel like held my own physically to where I didn't necessarily, I could have won if I really needed to win, but I was at a point to where I didn't necessarily need to, but I did when I needed to, Am I making sense?
No, you're good.
Okay. But yeah, I would have not done a full 180, but I would have worked on communication slightly more.
All right. All right. Again, no grudges. Congrats to both of you. You did what you had to do, and no hard feelings. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. The link has been sent to our next juror.
Billy Vance.
How many times do I have to tell you Billy Vance is not on this jury?
He should be.
He should be.
I do love Billy Vance.
Also, if he's not most robbed pre-juror, I will riot.
I can let you know right now, I do not do most rob awards. I do not.
I appreciate that.
I can explain why not later.
No,
But Topher, are you gonna riot with me that it's not Billy Vance?
yeah, I will riot with you if it is
Thank
not.
you.
Billy Vance. We can, if Timmy's not going to do it, we could do it right now. Most route preacher or Billy Vance.
Congratulations, Billy Vance.
Gracie Yonsei.
Okay, hello, Grace. Just give me a thumbs up and I will start your timer and you can begin.
Wait, hold on, let me sit down somewhere real quick.
Yeah, no, get yourself comfy.
In her comfy.
In my comfort, yes.
You have the
Comfy,
matching
get
group.
close to the
Get the matching
Wi-Fi.
group.
Turn this light on. Okay, I think I'm ready.
Okay, you're good to go.
Okay, congratulations again. First of all, like this just happened last night, but yeah. So I do have a a question for each of you, and then I do have a follow-up. So, who should I start with? Tawny, I'll start with you because I have a little less to say to you. So, like, just to give you a heads up again, like, I'm going to tell you how the jury perceives you. We saw you as somebody who did not make the game moves in the game and followed Topher's lead. And I want to know, what is a move you made in this game without Topher involved that benefited only you?
I would say this is going to be, I don't know if like backward answer, is that the right term? I would say it's not so more of a forward move, but more of not doing something. And I'll explain. So it has to do with the whole mystery kinky vote on Topher. I know you were one of the other people that knew that one of them was Billy. We had a conversation about it a couple votes later, I believe, after it happened. But I had known fairly shortly after it did happen. And one thing I did was keep my mouth shut. It was very good for me that there was this whole back and forth of Topher losing his damn mind, Zach losing his mind, them losing their minds at each other. And I didn't have to do shit. Like, honestly, I did not have to do shit. I knew, because had I told Topher that I knew it was Billy Vance, we lose Billy Vance. Like, he would have, I feel like, in his emotional state, gone after Billy. I didn't want Billy out. Billy was clearly trusting me in some way of telling me this information, knowing that Topher was my number one already. So not doing anything when I had that information, it kept, I feel like, more eyes on Topher and less eyes on me, when that's exactly where I wanted to be.
Okay, thank you for that. Topher.
Yes, Grace.
I went in last night before everything. Had I been the one evicted in this and evicted in third place, which did and happened, I would be going to this jury champion and campaigning for you to win this game because I think you played well. But then I asked you a certain question last night as Tawny went off the Zoom, and it was just me and you on there. And I asked you, since I was not head of house final HOH, I asked you, say you were in that position, were you still going, like, say if you were there, would you have really cut me at third place? And you did not answer my question. And if I could recall perfectly, me and you had a conversation the day after I won part one. And you said verbatim, if you cut me at third, and when you win final HOH, and you cut me at third, I'm going to feel some kind of way. So I want to know why you feel it is good for you to send people in the jury and say stuff like that, and then you will turn around and do the same thing back. It basically, after I processed everything, I felt very guilt-tripped in that moment.
So I'm actually really glad you asked that, Grace, because the reason that I did not answer you straight up in that moment was because Tawny had yet to cast her vote. I did not want to give any ammo of nuking my own game within 5 seconds of A, being presumptuous, B, I didn't want to be rude to you and kind of be like, yeah, I am going to like not, I would have taken you and like all of this. And like, I just didn't want to do anything that would have been inappropriate at that time. As I said in my pre-speech, that what my plan was, if I would have ended up in the final two, competing up against you, was to essentially allow you to win, which was what we talked about. So allow you to win and then allow you to bring me. Because that was going to be, for me, the cleanest way that I could get both of us to the final two, if you remember as we were talking. The only reason I could not be honest with you in that moment was because of the fact that it could have tanked my game. All you have to do is go to Tawny and tell Tawny, I just got Topher right here telling me that he was going to take me over you, and then her feeling some type of way and eliminating me right off the bat. I could not be honest with you in that moment. That would have been so silly. That's one of those screaming at your TV moments that we do to people on Big Brother when they're like, what are you doing? Like when we were screaming at Jag for taking the wrong person, even though that ended up working out pretty well for him. Right. So like that's where I was at with having to lie to you in that moment. And I'm sorry for lying to you. I don't like lying in my real life, but we're playing Big Brother. And unfortunately, the game was very much so still on, you know. Now, would I have it is complicated because it would have been a very tough decision to have, cut Tawny at Final 3. But to have not won and then know that you were going to take me, then I'm not cutting Tawny at the Final 3. That would have been, in my mind, the cleanest way to get there. And I told you that when we were on the call, that was my intention.
Okay. How much time do I got, Pride? 59 seconds? Okay.
1 minute.
I guess in a few seconds of each, I like to ask this, why not? Compliment me.
Grace, you are one of the most talented, beautiful, smart, respectable human Republican men on this planet. I said men, man. You are not multiple men. You are a singular, fantastic man. I love you so much as a person. I literally have a picture of you on my desktop, of the group of us, on my desktop at work. I love you so much, and you are just a wonderful human being inside and out.
And for me, there's a reason they call you Gracie Yonce and not Gracie Ellie and not Gracie Michelle, because you are the absolute best lead ever. And thank you so much for being at my wedding. You will always be there in my memory.
Okay, love y'all, and may the best person win.
During all that, did I forget to send the link to the next person? Yes, I did.
You were captivated.
I could have done it, and I thought about doing it, but then I didn't do it, so.
I was just looking at the timer because I was one of the few people who used the whole time.
This is where I'm going to cry.
And this will be your final juror.
Yeah.
And no, it's not Billy Vance.
Damn it.
I guess we just get Alex, huh?
You do get Alex. And here is Alex driving a car.
Oh, no.
I'm on my way home from work. Excuse me.
Okay, Alex, are you ready for your timer to start?
Can people hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then yes, I'm good.
Okay, you are good.
Okay, hopefully the background noise of the car isn't too much. Congrats, you two. Lovely to see you and talk to you again. So again, I think there's been a perception that you two kind of stuck together from the beginning of the game and didn't really deviate from that at all. I never heard Tawny throw Topher under the bus or Topher throw Tawny under the bus, and that makes my vote a little harder because I don't know how to distinguish your games. So I'm going to take it back to my first HOH. I'm glad that the wheel comp was mentioned, because if somebody didn't mention that you guys are both still here because of the wheel comp, I was going to feel some kind of way, as we like to say these days. So here's my question. Let's say there are 6 people voting that week. Let's say both of you are on the block. Let's say it's a tie and I have to break the tie. What is your pitch for me to keep you at that point? Or I should say, why shouldn't I keep the other person? Either one can start.
I'll go first. So, this is why you should not keep Topher. He is more likely to go after you firsthand. Whereas, granted, as much as even though I put you up, it was for other reasons. But at that point, I was not going after you. Topher is more likely to win the next HOH competition to put you up. he is more likely to win a wheel competition to get some sort of power to take you out. Whereas I am not. Even kind of like how I'm very bad at speeches, clearly. And I don't think this would necessarily partake into a what else I would have to say would not partake into a speech like this. So I guess I will just end it there so Topher can have some time. So
All right. Alex, we are all the way back at that spot, and like you are going to be the one that is going to break the tie. And I would come to you and I would say, Alex, we have to keep this going because, again, like we've talked about, like we have this phenomenal game of Battleship that is taking place. And if you take me out, now I am the number one target on the hit list now you are the number one target on everybody's hit list. Same thing for if you go. I also did what I could do to try to not put you up back in week 1. And even though I know you have to put me up here because I blew up the house chat and everything like that, I also lost all of my allies. So I can definitely now work with you as opposed to working against you. And together we could just alternate winning HOH all the way into the finale and we could duke it out that way. So we're either going to go, down as like rivalry of the season and we're going to have that cut short right here, right now, or we can keep this battle going and we could just figure out who is going to finally get the one up on the other. Now, if you need to evict me here, I understand. No hard feelings. Game well played. But if you can keep me in this game and we can keep this fun energy alive and going, then like, let's do this and let's roll the dice. What do you say?
Well, fortunately, I don't have to make that decision. So, and I think I have some time left. So I'll finish it off with the classic. I'm gonna name everybody in the jury. Raise your hand if you think you're getting their votes.
Do you want us to close our eyes or eyes
yes,
open?
I was gonna say close your eyes, please.
Okay, yeah, because I don't want to see.
Okay. I'll start with Zach. Okay. And then me. Okay. And then next is Joe. All right. Next is Austin. Okay. And then finally Grace. Okay. Thank you guys. That's all I had to ask you guys. Good luck to both of you, and I'm going to try to merge out of this road. And this is bad. Can someone take me off the call so I don't have to hang out myself?
I'm pretty sure Timmy can.
I
Also,
sure can.
choosing to do a visual question while driving is a choice.
I was actually... I was like mostly at a stoplight.
I'm
So
about to
it's
say
all
you're
good.
supposed to stop. I can see the back. Okay, Alex, I will kick you from this call now.
See you guys.
Bye.
It's funny. It actually just says kick out, not like remove or
Alex
anything
was
like that.
That was
Okay.
so
That concludes the jury portion, the jury questioning portion of the night. And we move on to closing speeches. Topher, since you went second, you will go first now. Give me a thumbs up and I will start your 5 minutes.
All right, I am ready.
Okay, away we go.
Thank you so much, jurors, for, again, playing this game with me. This has been a ruckus roller coaster from every round has been something fun, something crazy, something stressful, something phenomenal. And it wouldn't have been that way if it wasn't for all of you helping me get to where I am. So like, I'm not sitting here if it isn't for each of you and what you've contributed to my game and to the game, period. And I'm not sitting here, without the way in which this game was manufactured and came together and created. And of course, Tawny being a good ally to me and me to her helped us both out in the long run. I think that predictability and flexibility or predictability and adaptability are not necessarily mutually exclusive, right? There's not necessarily a reason to change course or to throw my game completely up against the wall if things are going in a certain direction. I also was playing from the bottom a lot. So the option to necessarily be super adaptable did not end up getting to play out in a way that I needed to or wanted to, but I had to. I was completely blindsided, and I knew that, again, like Alex said, I was going to end up being the one on the block. I'm probably going home if I don't win the wheel comp. I had to be adaptable, and I had to basically get rid of every alliance that I had made and then reform every single alliance that I had to try to make inroads and make good with everybody. And yeah, there are some lies that I told along the way because I had to. I can't tell everybody this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to vote you out. I'm going to end your game here. There are certain points when you can do that and you can be honest. I was honest with Joe when I had to let him go. I was honest, with Alex when I had to let him go. I didn't really contribute to necessarily letting Grace go, and I could not be honest in that very single moment, unfortunately, because that could have ended my game right then and there. But I have been honest ever since that. So there was a lot of opportunities to be honest in this game. I'm very grateful that I got to form the bonds that I got to form with, each and every one of you. Alex, this has been so much fun going toe to toe with you. Like I said, it is one of my favorite things about this. Grace, I love that we've gotten to play together again for a third time. And now, you got to vote me out now twice now. So I'm hoping this time when you put my name down, it's for a good reason. But I still love you to death, and you're always a part of my life, and that's something super special. Austin, again, like the fact that we are now, really close, and like we're going to go on this journey together with Tawny included and Billy Vance in the Battle of the Orgs for season 2. That is incredible. And I'd like, if you would have asked me a while back, no, I probably would not have said that I wanted to partake in that. But then I've gotten to know you as a person, and I got to know like my whole experience on that turned upside down thanks to you. And then Joe, like the fact that you were so open and willing and wanting to play with me in this game, and you were like, somebody that I considered very, very close in this game, and you were my other option if our allies would have just figured themselves out and like it would have like ended up working out in a way that would have been good for both of us. But unfortunately, we just ended up on the wrong sides of the table too many times. But yet we still always came together, and it's like, what are we going to do here? And again, I don't have this journey yet. Like Alex was going to eliminate me that one game, but I had to win that wheel comp there. That changed the whole trajectory of the game. I won a comp to do that. I got lucky with the wheel, but I still had to win. And then, but Joe, you saved me from being backdoored. And so again, I'm not here if it's not for you. Grace, you opening up that olive branch and coming right back to me and saying, hey, I know I saw what went down in the house chat, but like, let's have a conversation. Let's hear it out. You called me out. I got on the horn with you and I talked to you. I did have a long emotional conversation with you after I lost that first HOH, because it's true. Everything I said in that context of that conversation that day was the absolute truth. And Alex, one of my most fun moments in this game was when I'm driving to go meet my sponsee, and the two of us are in the car with each other, and I'm like, yes, but I have to put you up, and then you can win veto. So like, let's see you win veto, and then we'll go from there. But like, I've got to put you up here. And he's like, but what if you don't? And I'm like, yes, okay. And then we played out every scenario. The way that your mind works, you are so like, that's why you're so good at these things and are brilliant, because you thought through every single scenario possible. And I am like, this guy is running circles around me. So I love all of you. And again, to Zach, I am sorry for isolating you and ceasing my communication with you. I'm sorry for the emotions that brought up and the feelings that caused. And I hope that you get everything in life that you deserve in a positive way, and that I would want for myself as well. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you, Topher. Connie, give me a thumbs up when you are ready and your camera doesn't do all that. Okay, it's better now.
What was my camera doing?
It was just very black.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and your timer starts now.
Okay. I'm so bad at this, and I do deeply apologize. I'm just not a speaker. I really enjoyed playing this game. I feel like I definitely held my own in this game, and as much as it all seems like it was just straight up like it, I feel like from the outside it for sure looks like I was doing Topher's will, but it was just silent. I didn't have to do everything that he was doing. In fact, had we sat there and both did exactly what he was doing, it would have not ended, I think, where it was. I think I kept myself level-headed for the first time, I think, in my, not just in my org career, but my life. Like I said, I've won when I needed to win. I won a couple, a veto and HOH, and technically a wheel comp, and even won the final HOH of this season. So I did, with the help of wheel comps happening, I did get myself here. And I do feel like I deserve to be here, and I hope that you all see that as well. I love playing with each and every one of you. I do love each and every one of you. I'm, again, just very bad at public speaking. This is why I did not do this ever in my entire life. Yeah, I really hope that I get to see y'all again soon. And again, I just love playing with y'all. And thank you again, Prod, and everyone who is in jury and pre-jury. And thank you for making this like one of probably the best org experiences I've had in the years I've been playing this. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tony, and thank you both. That concludes all the speeches, all the questions, all the second speeches. It is time, jury, to cast your votes. Once you submit your votes, it will, at this time, it will be locked. At that time, once you send your vote, you are allowed to rejoin this call. You are not allowed to discuss this game in any capacity. That goes for jurors and finalists alike. And then I will be back in a little bit with the votes. Now they're free to chill out.
I have a question that I've had since the beginning of this.
Yes.
So I had issues joining this where it said I wasn't like in the meeting, and so I like put my camera on and did a little like tongue out thing, and then I looked at the YouTube and you guys were streaming and it said it wasn't this. So did you guys see me do that like weird face
Yes.
thing?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
I'm really curious to see what's happening in Spellbound.
Tony, no matter what, I love you, and I could not have asked for a better partner in this ride or die all the way. You fucking killed it.
This was so much fun.
Oh, me being the only juror, first person here, period, as I should be.
Wait, did they start? Did they really just start? Oh, wait. Is that? Oh, yeah, they started like 30 minutes late. Okay.
Well, the way I'm going to be going from a jolly finale, well, me and Timmy, a jolly finale to torture in a span of 40 minutes.
Big mood.
Oh, you're going to see it tonight?
Yeah, it's a live night.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I ain't fucking ready. But here we are.
Period. With the grilled cheese. I got
I
my
got soup
pizza.
too.
As you should. I like the little knocking sound that it does.
My pizza was delivered right before the finale began.
I have not eaten dinner.
I literally was cooking this stuff while y'all were answering questions.
No, I'm hungry. Oh my god. I have like tortellini waiting for me.
I just knocked my decorations over. Oh my god.
Alex is home, not driving.
Let's
Woo!
go.
Driving.
Made it
I
safely.
made it home.
We match.
What's up? Oh shit.
I'm not wearing a polo. I thought you had a button up on you.
Yeah, one of us is gonna have to change clearly. So
David. Quick. Now I'm being begged for my soup.
Will Austin join the
No,
Spellbound
they
Tribal?
just now started tribal.
Oh,
Oh, not that. Evie,
That's
go
not what Jacob was
away.
doing. I wonder if he was texting me trying to get the Zoom. I bet you he was. Oh, yeah, Jacob was like, will we get your Zoom for the tribal or not? I totally put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
I hate how like on my screen I'm like off to the side.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna. Am I able to pin multiple people, or is it just me? Okay, no, it's just one person. So, oh wait, hold on.
We have a very special guest.
How do I turn it off? How do I turn it off where it's just everyone on the sidebar?
I don't know because I've been trying that for the past hour and I have not figured it out.
Mood. Well, either way, everybody.
Oh, it's the squares at the bottom. The 4 squares.
Minor made it.
Oh, the boxes. Okay, everybody. With that, I have the votes. Okay. These votes are vote to win. It takes 3 votes to win, as we are in a jury of 5. First vote. Topher. Is that backwards for y'all?
Nope.
No.
It's right. It's
Perfect. Good. Second vote. Tawny. Tag 1-1. Third vote. Topher. Fourth vote. And the winner of Wheel of Emotions, Topher. Congratulations. One hell of a game. And now is your time.
You did it.
Oh my god. You play these things for so long and like so many times, and so like we're all fans of these shows, and like we come in here because we want to do it, and like I fumbled every step of the way here. Every HOH I had, the wrong person went home. Every like I could not have played a worse game for myself, but like it wasn't bad in the sense that I was like playing a bad game. It was just like constant obstacles, self-manifested or whatever. But like I did it. I now can say I've won one of these things. Go away for a little while. I can take a break. Thank you. We win. We win. We all win this because this has been a crazy freaking season of the wheel. And 12 players is a cruel and unusual joke. Cruel and unusual. Because you're like, oh, wait, like, it's like, oh, but it's only round 2. Yeah, but there's all, like, we're already at, like, a normal jury. So, like, what do we do? We gotta freaking do it. So, but I thank you, everybody. I thank you, and thank you, Tawny. Tawny, you again, like, you're like, could not have. I can't even believe that. Like, from the moment the cast reveal happened, and it was like, we're doing this. We did it. Like,
We did do it.
Like, oh my god, y'all, like, best cast ever, and that's on y'all. Seriously, for making me play so hard and so much and so wild, and I will remember this for the rest of my life. Oh, I would like to think.
Tawny, as runner-up, congratulations on that. Congratulations on making it to the end. If you have any words, you can say them as well.
I don't have a lot of words. We know this. We have discovered this tonight. I don't have a lot of words. But thank you. I love you all.
Okay, and we have some awards.
Nice.
Okay, after Alex's face, never mind. Maybe we don't have awards. Oh, now he's sad. Now we definitely don't have awards. Okay, let me just share my screen. That's not on the front page. There we go. Share. Gonna go as a view as a slideshow.
Oh, perfect.
What does that look like for y'all?
Perfect.
Oh, I can see my screen too. It gives me that tab, but I'm not on that tab. Yes, Miner made this PowerPoint, as it says. We all came together regarding awards. Miner just likes to be a little bit selfish. That smirk on your face. Either way, we start with our host favorites. I hope when I click this thing, nothing will be present because there should be motions that happen. I too am not good at words. So, oh, good, it's correct. We have Miner's favorite. Miner, would you like to talk about it before I actually reveal it?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's a yes. Then move yourself into a frame.
So this one, I just enjoyed them the whole entire time. They were just vibing, and they tried their best. And no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just enjoyed their energy.
Am I good to reveal this?
Yeah.
Okay, the first one Miner has is Tawny, and Miner is extra. So also has a second person.
Yeah. So my next one, I played with them and we clicked, but seeing them on this side of things was just more fun, and I really enjoyed them and their game. It was just a blast hosting them. So my other favorite is Morgan.
Morgan.
We do love Morgan in this house. Next is Cindy's favorite. Cindy, would you like to speak on it?
Yeah, I would like to redact this favorite given recent facial expressions. Yeah, that facial expression. If that did not make it obvious, I chose Alex. Alex, you're always very fun to host. You're super fun in your prod chat, super active. It's fun to see how your brain works, because mine works fairly similarly. So it's always a good time hosting you.
Okay. Now one of my favorite. Watching this player play was something else. The amount of passion put into this game was A, undeniable, and B, I don't think something I've ever actually seen before. Through the ups, the downs, the craziness, the turmoil, the joy, the everything. My favorite player is Topher. There's a lot of truly encompassed emotions. Although a lot of you also encompass the word emotions in like the best way possible for all of you. Let me be really most of y'all. Like, yeah, but also sometimes people encompass emotions in a different way, and that's by being a villain. We like the term villain in the gameplay sense by being sneaky, messy, doing whatever the fuck they want to do, whenever the fuck they want to do it. Again, I can curse because this is not monetized. I'm going to worry about that. But our villain of the season is Austin. Austin does whatever the fuck Austin wants to do. Truly. But also with every villain comes a hero. Now let me say, why do you I can't say this was a heroic season by any means. And that's not a bad thing by any means. Villains have more fun. I do enjoy myself being a villain, but there's always a hero in every story, and a lot of that comes from just perseverance, being there every day, and just putting their best foot forward at every turn whenever they can and evaluating those turns. And with that, our hero of the season is Alex. Alex, good work. You were the hero. The next thing also has all the motions, right? This one should just be fairly obvious at this point. Truly, when you start out as day 1 and get all the way to day 39, yes, this is Big Brother, but it is day 39. You just have to be awarded Best Duo. And that's Topher and Tawny, because truly, minute 1. Like, it was happening. It was honestly really cool to see the whole time, because usually when you see a duo start that early, there is turmoil. There was not with y'all, and it was kind of weird, but like, it was fun to watch. Minor, Cindy, do either you have anything to say on any of these other awards that I just kind of ran through? There's still more awards.
You're killing it. I'll just unmute and start talking.
Yeah, period. Minor's reading. Tarsha is Minor, Minor's dog. So this season, Minor wanted to make a Tarsha award, and this is for someone who is just a pure bean. Like, the purest of the beans. Even though Tarsha herself is not a pure bean, she is a rabid bitch. She's a menace. But also a fluffy dog who just loves belly rubs no matter what. So our Tarsha award goes to Morgan. We're just having fun, vibing, and also
can I give awards for Fiona and Natasha?
You sure can.
But I already know who they would go to.
Period. You do it.
Because I know who I feel most inhabits both of my cats' personalities. So my Fiona award is gonna go to Joe. Joe, you do what you want, and Fiona does what she wants. And then my Natasha award is gonna go to Grace. Natasha and Grace are both just pure beans that are just always smiling and happy.
I love these animal awards. Truly, they're some of my favorite things that Minor and Cindy have not come up with.
Yeah, this is a new season every time. It's gonna
this is continuing. But also, while there's some pure stuff, there's also just some terrible things that y'all have done. Oh, Joe, don't point to yourself. It was more than just you. But the first one has to be Morgan convincing Alex to veto Austin instead of Morgan. Terrible move. Morgan, we love you, but just god-awful. Bad reads all around that round. Anything you want to add on that besides terrible reads?
No, yeah, it was just a terrible read on believing Austin. Especially after blindsiding Bev.
Yeah. We also have 2 more of these. That's why this is off to the side. There are 2 more that are going to appear. Next one. Austin using veto on Grace and not evicting Tawny just for chaos. If you are going to make a move, follow through with it. Grace, if you want to speak on this, by all means, you look ready. You can speak on it.
I just want to say, and I've shared this, Prod can back me up on this. I fucking was screaming after that eviction happened. It was just me on a Zoom with Rod, and I said, I cannot believe he just fucking did that.
I was entertained. I was
screaming. No, I was so mad.
And then our last one is Joe not using veto on either Zach or Alex, his two closest allies, resulting in them going back to back to back. Just choices were made.
I said to both of them there was no correct move there. So.
Yes, there was. And the correct option was using it on Alex and letting me go.
To be fair, I think the correct move is just using it, period.
Yes.
I don't think it really mattered who you used it on, as long as you used it.
Yes.
But that is how you all went boom, da boom, da boom. And then next. Oh, that immediately showed up. This one's funny for a lot of different reasons. Billy and Morgan were the hinky votes. That vote, well, they did not talk to each other about it. They were just doing it for chaos. That catapulted this game in such a way. In such a way that really defined everything that happened beyond that. And well, not necessarily the thought of a move that they were going to do that, but the fact of the result is what makes it the best move because somehow it was funny. And
I gotta throw in jury still arguing that Tawny did this up until finale started.
We sure did.
Truly. And then what's next? Is next Pots? Does Pots have a thing that goes with it?
No, because you didn't do it.
I was not going to bother doing it. So for our player of the season, finalists are ineligible for this award. This award is never meant to take away from the finalists because when you make it to the end and you win, you play the best game no matter what happens there. That's always how I have to pre-emphasize it. But our player of the season. Oh, I forgot Minor did make an effect on that. But our player of the season is Grace. So I don't mean to laugh at that, Grace. It was just the mood of that spinning really got me. But yes, because you did play a great game through the through, especially a lot of times playing from the middle to the bottom to the top to the middle to the bottom to the top to the. You kind of went all over, around, and made it work for you. And also, you just have a way with words. Like, truly.
I know.
There's something about your spirit that just works. And then that is our awards. I'm going to stop sharing. And also, Will Series will be continuing with a Season 6 that will be announced within the next few days. No, it is not All-Stars. But with that, I'm going to stop the stream. Good night. Sorry, I have the hiccups. Good night, viewers. As I almost instead ended this call, Bye-bye.